Ken Kreitzer, Sons of the American Legion Radio. Amadeo, just tell us about your strategy going in. Cincinnati certainly passed the ball often today. They seem to want to test you. What was your strategy on defense going into the game?
So our strategy, Ken, was just play physical, do our fundamentals correctly, stop the run, run the ball, stop the run, and that's it. Play together as a team and just focus on stopping the run, hustling to the ball. And so those are things we can definitely improve on. We didn't do a good enough job. Obviously, we lost, so we have to continually to improve. So we will do that as a team, and just keep going forward.
And Amadeo, maybe you could talk about the play of Jabari Moore had picked up the fumble for a touchdown and an interception and a lot of plays. Maybe you could just comment on his play today.
Oh, Jabari, he played phenomenal. Everyone on our team did, but Jabari, first game back, he played incredible, and I couldn't be more proud of him. I love him, and I'm just so incredibly proud about how he handled himself and the way he played today.
Thank you.
Next question's from Ken McMillan.
Amadeo, I know it's tough, but how do you feel about the way Army played today, and how tough is it to take a loss?
It's always hard taking a loss, but the bright side about losing is it makes you reflect, and it hurts to lose, so it makes you just rise to the occasion, and that's what we'll do next week. We're going to come back out here. We're going to have an immense, great day tomorrow, practicing and watching film and attacking in the weight room, and that's it. It sucks to lose, and we're going to do everything in our power to focus on next week and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Amadeo, Army's been very good in recent years about keeping the penalties down, but that seems to be becoming an issue this year. Halting drives and cutting back yards. What does the team think about the penalties?
So obviously, it's just unfortunate. Coach Monken talks about all the time. Don't allow ourselves to beat ourselves, and that's how we felt today. Cincinnati's a great team. They're very physical, very solid. But at the end of the day, we can't win a game if we just commit foolish penalties, and that's what we did today.
Ken Kreitzer, you want to start us off?
Thank you. Jabari, you had a lot of big plays today. Why don't you start by telling us, take us through the play when you forced a fumble on the pitch out and scooped it up and ran for a touchdown early?
We had a lot of defensive installs for the quick game and the option plays like that. So when I seen the pitch man, I triggered and the ball showed up.
And just after that, you had an interception, caught the pass from the Cincinnati quarterback on a long play. Tell us about that play, what you were thinking, and how you were able to be in position to make the play.
I was just blessed to be in position. It was just cover 3. It was a missed thrown ball, and I was able to be in position to make the play.
Thank you.
Next question's from Ken McMillan.
Yes, Jabari. Congratulations on the big plays. What was it like to be back in action?
So I missed 2 games because a situation came up. It was my fault. I was just glad to get out there and play with my brothers. It was great.
Did you feel like you had to make an impact today?
I mean, I obviously wanted to make plays, but I just wanted to help the team as much as I could.
Do you think the defense did a good job today?
I feel like we played good as a team, but we made some mistakes that we need to improve on going into next week.
Yes, thank you. Christian, just take us through what your strategy was in the game. It seemed like Cincinnati was well prepared to play an option team today.
We had the same strategy we always play with every week. Just run the ball, establish the fullback, and then allow that to let us get outside. They did a good job in the first half shutting down our fullback. They were just really aggressive, and they did a good job playing their assignment. So credit to them.
And Christian, you threw 9 out of 21 for 94 yards today. Were you comfortable throwing the ball that much?
Yeah, I was comfortable. The line did a great job giving me some time to survey the field and make reads, and the receivers did a good job getting open. So I think it was overall pretty good passing the ball.
Thank you.
Questions from Ken McMillan?
Christian, obviously the first time that the offense has been held scoreless, from a touchdown standpoint. You had some drives, but, they came up short today. How did you feel about the overall offense, and what about those penalties?
Yeah, I think overall, I think we played with a lot of effort. I was proud about the effort we gave throughout the game. We never gave up. But like you said, we had some drives, and then, we had some foolish penalties, some costly penalties that set us back. Also, I had a turnover. So I think those things combined really set us back, and they were costly in the game.
Did you feel like frustration had set in at any point during this game?
Obviously we were frustrated not being able to score, but I think we had a drive to want to score, and I think we gave really great effort throughout the game. Like I said, we just couldn't put it together.
What was the toughest thing that Cincinnati's defense did?
I think they did a pretty good job stopping the fullback inside. I think that's something we want to establish early in the game, and I think they did a pretty good job stopping the fullback inside.
Did that throw your offense off a lot?
No, I wouldn't say it threw our offense off. I think we were just shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties and turnovers. If we have those, we're not going to be very successful on offense.
Coach, frustrating day for you. Tell us why was it tough to gain yardage on Cincinnati offensively? They seem to really be able to play the option offense pretty well on defense.
They're just a really physical team, a really good defensive football team. I mean, it wasn't. I don't know that it was scheme. They were just running and sifting through blocks. We couldn't get enough movement at the point of attack. We couldn't sustain blocks long enough. They were getting off of blocks, and when a defense can do that, there's not a single offense in America that's going to be any good. Not running the ball.
And, Coach, maybe I could ask you about the play of the defense. Jabari Moore had a couple of big plays. You stopped Cincinnati on a goal line stand on that 4th and 1 play, which was remarkable. Just tell us about how you felt your defense played today.
I thought the defense played really hard, and for most of the game played really, really well. Those were 2 big plays by Jabari. After the block punt, which I'm embarrassed about, our defense just did a great job of stopping them. That was a heck of a goal line stand, and they didn't hang their heads. They just went out there and dug the cleats in and got the stop. I was really proud of them.
Next question is from Ken McMillan.
Thank you, Coach.
Jeff, there are wins and losses in every season, but at this stage of the season, after the momentum you had, how difficult is this step back?
Well, it's disappointing, but, they're ranked 14th in the country. They're pretty doggone good. So, I mean, I'd love to win every single game, but to beat a team of that caliber, we were going to have to play really, really well. We were going to have to not have any mistakes in terms of, our mental assignments, and we had several of those that were costly errors and some foolish penalties that kind of put us in some bad positions. Gave up a blocked kick, which, as I told Ken, I'm embarrassed that we had a kick blocked, and it's not. And it was just them; they ran right through us, and that's what's disappointing. We can play better and do better, and not allow those things to happen. And some of that is our control. But I thought our guys played really hard. It certainly wasn't for a lack of effort. Our guys played hard and played physical, and for most of that game, it was a one-score game. It wasn't until they hit that back out of the backfield down our sideline late to stretch that lead. And we gave ourselves a chance. I thought Reek and Donaldson was going to come up with that catch down there in the end zone. I thought he made a heck of an effort, and just wasn't enough. So I'm disappointed, but I'm not frustrated because we didn't play soft or didn't have guys trying. We did. It's just a really good football team, and we just didn't do enough today to win.
Christian mentioned a few minutes ago that you guys had trouble establishing the fullback in this game. Do you agree? And if so, how much of a setback is that to the way you run your offense?
Well, it's a setback when you can't run the fullback. It was a setback today. That's not a setback for the rest of the season. It was just a setback today. And again, it was their guys are really physical. They did a nice job getting off of blocks, not staying blocked. We weren't getting enough movement at the point of attack, and they were beating blocks. And it's hard to do anything when a defense is beating blocks. It's hard to run the football. It's hard to pass. You got to pass protect. That's a form of blocking, and there were times where we didn't do that very well, and the fullback's certainly a big part of the offense, but they were built to stop the fullback. They had their linebackers creeped up in there pretty tight, and that should have given us some opportunities on the perimeter, and we got a few plays on the perimeter. But again, out there on the edge, we didn't sustain blocks long enough. We turned guys loose, trying to stalk them or trying to arc them and trying to block linebackers with the slots. They beat blocks, and that's really what made the whole day difficult. And it's hard to call plays, and that part is frustrating to just try to figure out what can we do to get it going. We threw the ball some and threw it effectively some, which was encouraging. That's certainly something we want to be able to do to be a part of the offense. But if we drop back and threw it 30, 40 times a game, it's again they got some really talented guys that are pass rushers, and we put guys in one-on-one situations. Our offense is our offense for a reason. We didn't execute it well enough today. Not balancing out. Balance and offense. That's. I mean, I'm gonna. I look at theirs. They had 69 plays. They threw it 34 times. So that's balanced. That's. I mean, if you're talking about running it as much as you throw it, we're never going to be that way. And we had to throw the ball some today because we got behind, and we saw some things that were there, and obviously we were able to hit some of that short passing game. We tried to take some shots. We did draw some pass interference penalties, and that kept some drives alive. But that's not what we do. And when we've got offensive linemen and we're built to run the football and run the triple option, you can't be good at everything. And it's just hard to be a great passing team and be really effective running this offense as an option team. And the reason that we're able to have success here is by running the football and controlling the clock and trying to keep the ball away from the other team. We didn't do that. We didn't have any sustained drives and milk the clock and get them frustrated by not having turns at it. But that's our offense. So no, we're never going to be balanced where we even have as many yards passing as we will rushing. We need to run the football and be the best rushing team in the country.
Absolutely. Kind of playing off that, you mentioned some things offensively you need to improve on, but maybe overall, what are some of the areas that you really want to focus on this week?
Blocking and sustaining blocks. Not having any mental errors. Doing a better job protecting our punter. And getting ready for the next game. Just try to get a game plan together to help us win the game. I don't know what, our guys played their butts off. They played really, really hard. And we played the number 14 team in the country who's very physical and a very good football team. And they beat us today. They were a better football team today. But I'm certainly not panicking. I mean, I don't, there's nothing wrong with our football team. You know, they beat us. And let's remember, they beat 22 teams over the last 2 years. They won a lot of football games. So we're not the only one. We're getting in line with a whole bunch of other people.
And next question's from Charles Grievous.
Yes, Coach. You talked about throwing the ball some, perhaps more so than normal. But first and foremost, any update on freshman wide receiver Isaiah Austin?
Oh, he's okay. He actually went back in the game, and then just at the end, those other guys had been out there. They were in the groove, and you know, he's going to be fine. He actually told me in that last drive, he said, or the last couple plays, said, Coach, I'm good. If you need me, I can go in. And so I think he was feeling better. He's just kind of been up and down a little bit, Charles, with that injury, practicing some, not practicing other days. So I hope we'll get him healthy.
All right, good to hear. And my numbers may not be 100% correct, but I believe you had 11 penalties for 114 yards today. Excuse me, 2 turnovers, no offensive touchdowns today. Would you say that kind of summarizes the narrative of the game for you guys?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, some of those penalties were just foolish penalties. That's the thing that's frustrating. When you got 2 guys in motion, we had some times where we weren't getting lined up. I can't explain it, Charles. I don't know why. But you know, we weren't getting lined up. 2 guys in motion, had a false start, and just some things that, you know, we had a hands to the face. That's an aggressive penalty. That's not a foolish penalty. A guy's just trying to play and he got his hands in somebody's grill. That happens. But those are a lot of those things we can control, and we've got to do a better job of that. I've got to do a better job of that. You know, the story is not being able to run the football effectively and control the clock and sustain drives. That was the name of the game. We gave up 2 big plays on defense. We gave up the one in the first half, which was a busted coverage. We didn't communicate well, and then we gave the one with a back wheeled out of the backfield in the fourth quarter. Really, we gave up 2 big plays. So I thought the defense played really hard and played really, really well at times, but obviously, you know, just not enough.